Hi Libra, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your journal messages for, I'm going to say the 22nd of July to the end of the month, because I did end last week's on the 21st. So we'll just talk about a couple of energies that are going on from the 22nd to the end of the month. Let's start by pulling some Lenormand. By the way, this is the Lenormand deck that I use. A number of people have been asking me about it. It's by Sarah Moschetti. The Gilded Reverie Lenormand, the expanded edition. I quite like it. This is my favorite one. I have quite a few of them, but this is, I like how it shuffles, and I don't know, I just really connect with the messages here. So we're going to be doing the general reading having to do with the Astro Dice, the Astro card, the Chakra Tarot for the Celtic Cross spread, and then I'm going to pull some extra cards at the end for some extended love messages for those of you who are interested in that. So I do hope you guys are doing great today. Remember, these are general messages. Take what resonates, throw out the rest, and please don't try to make it fit if it doesn't fit, right? The energies could always be vice versa. And you do want to check for your rising sun, moon, sun, and Venus, as I always say. Okay. So we have on the 22nd, Mercury in Cancer sextiling Uranus and Taurus. So you want to be flexible to plans, ideas, people who may... I've been saying, like, you could find them mildly unstable or highly erratic. Just be adaptable. You know, do your Libra thing on the 22nd. You know, so rise above stuff that maybe is seeming a little wonky to you. Okay, we have the Mask. And then we have Leo going, the sun entering Leo, rather, on the 23rd, which is fabulous, fabulous energy. We love that. We're all going to be feeling a little jammed up, right? Because Leo is the landlord of the 5th house of fun, right? So we're all going to be feeling this push to shine, have fun, express ourselves. We're going to feel more generous and just grand in our gestures and attitudes. Just kind of, you know, in general, you just want to be careful. Whatever else is going on in your life, you want to make sure you keep your ego in check. That's the only, you know, we always say that, right? When it comes to Leo, you just want to keep your ego, for all of us, you know, really for all of us. Then we have a couple of transits going on the 27th that I do want to mention, because there are 3 transits. 2 are going to be a little challenging, whatever, you know, but then there's going to be a softening aspect by a 3rd transit. So we are going to have Mercury in Cancer squaring Mars in Aries. So you could have a short fuse with people on this day, and you just want to be sure not to get into any sort of unnecessary fights, anything like that, because the thing is, it'll likely only result in some sort of rejection or insult. So it's better to just put your mind and body into something that's just a lot more productive. Pisces, beautiful. Chasing your dreams. I was kind of hoping I got that for you guys. So I feel like a lot of you guys are doing some serious changing having to do with your careers. So yeah, anyway, so that's one that's one of the transits on the 27th. Then we also have Venus in Gemini squaring Neptune and Pisces. And your sensitivity can easily make you very vulnerable to deception and confusion. And your tendency may be to either exaggerate with emotional theatrics or run and flee in mute seclusion to, like, nurse your hurt and lick your wounds, right? But you want to draw on your inner strength on this day. And this is the thing. People are going to seem weird. And I can't help but notice we got the Mask for you. It's like people in romance, people in relationships, people in work, and people are just going to seem like, what is really going on here on the 27th, right? But we do have a Jupiter in Capricorn sextiling Neptune and Pisces. So, you know, that's going to have, take the edge off of this experience for you. You know, where you're going to be able to find some sort of positive in the situation, which I do really like. All right, I'm gonna get into all of that. So yeah, we have the Mask, we have the Tower, we have the Dog, we have Pisces as the Astro card. So Pisces is the landlord of the 12th house, of the house undoing. Such a negative label for it, but that is what we call it. So yeah, I mean, it is where addictions hang out and self-sabotaging behavior, but it's also where our dreams hang out. You know, that's the one house where we do the dreaming, where the veil is very thin between, you know, the dimensions and the ability to really tap into what it is that we really want. It's really, there's a lot of creativity. So you may be in a space where you're really tapping into your beautiful creativity, Libra. I mean, you guys are so creative anyway because you're ruled by Venus. So I really like that. And you do have, we got you in the Astro Dice. We got Libra. We got Mercury, right? It's about communication. And we got the fabulous but very challenging 8th house of transformation. Scorpio's a landlord there, ruled by Pluto. The 8th house has to do with other people's money. It has to do with business partners, business connections, how we show up when we blend with other. So that could be, how is it when you blend with a relationship, as far as blending resources, blending homes, showing up in a business connection? How do you show up as far as intimacy goes? This also rules the money that you gain from work that you don't actually do. So it could have to do with your partner's money, but also investments. It has to do with insurance payouts, any sort of inheritance, tax payouts, anything like that. But there is, we have Mercury there, so we have like what's fair. What's fair in these areas is going to be looked at. But there's some sort of energy that you should not be trusting here, Libra. All right, hold on. Let's pull you cards. We're going to go back. We have that mask. We have Tower. We have the dog. Somebody's trying to play nice with you, and something about them that I don't trust. Okay. Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Beautiful cards. Beautiful cards. All right, but let's address the Lenormand here first. So we have the mask. So this is, are you playing a role that maybe you really don't belong in, Are you looking at where maybe you behave a certain way? Because let me give 2 interpretations of this. Where you behave a certain way and you're realizing it's not really a true authentic self. Maybe you're getting yourself involved in a career or in a relationship where everything looks good on paper and on the surface and in the 3D to you and even everybody around you, but there's something about it that's really not speaking to your insides, where you're not showing up as the most authentic version of yourself. Now, when we have Tower and then the dog, remember the Lenormand look like Tower, but they're not, right? We can acknowledge them in isolation, but we have to read them together as a cumulative message. So Tower represents higher education. So you might be in this space where, you're wondering if you're in the right major, or are you in the right job? Is somebody trying to seduce you to make it seem like something is the right thing? Are you trying to do that to another person, right? That's how this can show up. The Tower can also indicate really needing to reset, right? Something in yourself as far as how you see something. This can be like a restructuring of your thinking. This could certainly be, so that you end up attracting more positive energies towards you, being a more authentic version of yourself. For others of you, this can be you dealing with an energy that's being deceitful, and this Tower can indicate some sort of institution that you're dealing with. This could be any kind of business arrangement, anybody offering you a job. This could even be indicative of I'm not getting relationship, guys. I do want to tell you that. I don't feel like this is somebody who's shady who you're meeting as far as a relationship. I am feeling like it has more to do with a career connection or even a friendship connection, because they're trying to befriend you and they're trying to make it seem like they are coming off of presenting themselves as somebody other than who they really are. And you want to be careful, because you do have the 8th house here, and we do have Mercury, which is all about learning, right? But Mercury is more than that. Mercury does rule Gemini, which is all about Gemini's the student, so you're going to be learning, but it also rules the 6th house, which has to do with your day-to-day work environment. It has to do with your health. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention. You're not playing games with yourself, with your own mind. You want to make sure that somebody's walk matches their talk that you're dealing with. Because when we have the dog, this is about loyalty, friendship. This is like, I'm your best friend. This is going to be the best situation. Let's be partners. Let's do this. Let's do that. But and it might not even be malicious. But the thing is, you might be on the receiving end of somebody's confusion regarding some sort of decision. I hope that wasn't confusing for you. It makes sense to me, but this is what I'm seeing here. So I see you focusing on your dreams for sure. But you're also focusing on, the ability to, first of all, not allow your voice to not be heard, right? Because we got you here. And when we get the Libra die, it's all about you matter as well. And make sure that you're not sacrificing your wants, needs, and desires just to be able to make a situation happen. Be really willing and very willing, ready, and able to learn something new that's going to be this approach on how you're going to be showing up in relationship, how you're going to be showing up at work, in partnership. How fair is it all? We have the Seven of Wands coming in, and I'm really actually loving this, because this is Mars and Leo, and this is you drawing a line in the sand saying, this is what I want, need, and desire. You know, that this is how it's going to be, right? This is Libra showing up. And that's not normal for you. Like, you know, yes, you guys are the scales. You're all about fairness. You don't like confrontation. And it's because of that you often don't say anything. And it's because of that you're often very indecisive about how to actually roll something out, because you don't want to upset the apple cart. It's not a place that you're comfortable in. And this is the energy that I see you coming in with. And in the situation right now, we have the Four of Coins and we have the Ace of Coins. All right, I like this. To me, first of all, these two cards equal who's starting their own business, who's starting a new job, who's just being careful with their money because you don't know how things are going to end up going. But the Ace of Coins indicates a new opportunity having to do with money, having to do with finances, okay? However that's going to resonate with you. But I like these two together a lot. Now, if this has nothing to do with that and it has to do with relationship, coins also mean mental, physical, and emotional connection. And this would indicate you feeling very self-protective, okay? Being protective of yourself. Think about it like he's holding his coins like close to his chest, being very careful about what he says, how he connects, right? Even though you're being offered this new beginning. So you're just being very cautious. I see you taking care of yourself here, Libra, which is what I like. I like that you're saying, what do I need, want, and desire? What do I need? Because if you are resonating with the mask energy as it being you don't want to wear that mask anymore. You just want to be your full authentic self. You want to have a really compatible relationship. You want to deal with somebody who wants to be in it with you. You want that dream space. That's Pisces, again, is all about that dream space. You want that beautiful watery energy that feels and that, you know, that resonates with you. And you want somebody really, like, once and for all, who knows how to really, really be honest. Now, this could be you, somebody external, just the general influence, because it's a core card, and they need to be understood as all three. However, it would resonate with you. But this is Capricorn and Aquarius. This is about putting in work in a different way. Work, quite literally, this does indicate the truth of the matter is you need to do something in work differently. Very literally. Capricorn is the energy of work. Aquarius is about future, and it's about doing something different than what you've been doing now. It's quite literally a new job, a new path in your job that's going to be more your truth, right? Because the swords are truth. Swords are also about communication. So if this has to do with those of you who are in the space where you're looking for love and you want to meet somebody, this can be you meeting somebody who is just has it figured out. It really has it figured out. Who's very honest, they're hardworking, they're very different than anybody that you've ever been with before, and this is a new kind of truth that you're stepping into. If this is just a general influence, this is you just realizing, you know what, I'm so ready to put my energies into something brand new, because for you, man, Libra, is it about the truth. We have the King and we have the Queen of Swords. Beautiful. This is a beautiful partnering of energies. I absolutely love it. When we get the two of them in the upright like this, we have no reversals. Beautiful. So when we have the two of them upright like this, working, they work in tandem, right? Because one is after the other, one is right after the other. This does indicate a really good connection, I do have to say. So this can be a really good setup having to do with work. Just make sure you pay attention if they're being completely truthful. That's the only thing. Because this is you, and this is more of like the reality of the situation. So anyway, I like the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords has people figured out as soon as they walk in the room, right? It's Pisces and Aries. So it's the truth of the situation that you need to move towards your dream space, that Pisces energy. Very pragmatic. Very pragmatic in the way that it's very... there's a new path. There's a new path that you're going to feel a lot of gumption to jump on, right? Because it's Pisces and Aries is all about that new path. The Fresh Prince ruled by Mars, right? Beautiful. And Pisces is like letting yourself dream. right? You're doing all of that, but you're keeping a foot base in reality on who's saying what and what is the truth of the situation. And the truth of the situation is you are really tired of not being heard and not getting the work. Like, you're putting in work into something and you're just not getting back what it is that you're giving. And you're recognizing that. And you matter, getting the Libra die, right? You matter. And I know that sounds almost, rote, right? But we could say that all day long, guys. But if we don't feel it in our soul, well, why do we let people do what we do, right? It's like silly. But I feel like you are so in the space of resolve. I really like if you look at this is for you and only you, Princess of Cups. Nice. This is a page energy. So this can indicate you being, again, court card. So this could be you just being so ready for a new job, so ready for this new career, so ready for a new relationship. This could be an external energy coming into you. This would just be you just generally feeling very excited about this next stage that you're going into. Because it's something that you're going to feel very passionately about. Now, speaking of passion, the external energy to you is the Strength card. This is Leo. Leo is all about the 5th house, and we do have the sun going into Leo on the 23rd. So, if this has to do with relationship, this could have to do with within your relationship, somebody's ego needs to be stroked, and it's not yours. Because this is an external energy, okay? Not a big deal, but it's you're dealing with an ego. If this has to do with a work situation, kind of similar, guys, where you're going to just know that you're going to have to handle someone. Somebody's ego is going to have to be handled. Not a big deal. You guys, out of all the signs, are classic at dealing with that, right? You're going to do whatever has to be done, but this is just to let you know that you may be dealing with this kind of energy, okay? Additionally, though, I do feel like whatever you're moving into is so positive, because who rules the 5th house? Who rules Leo? The sun. What does the sun do? The sun nurtures and cultivates and brings warmth, the nutrients necessary for us to grow things. Yes. So I like that. It's coming in. And why are you so scared of being successful? Oh my goodness. You're scared that that commitment's not going to be deepened. You're scared that that communication is not going to become healthier. You're scared of, this is also a marriage card, by the way. You're scared that that person's never going to want to get married. Maybe you're scared, you're fearing for your own marriage right now. Your own marriage might be in this very weird space where you feel this energy of you moving forward in your truth, and you're afraid if your marriage is going to be able to withhold it. That's going to resonate with some of you. Not withhold it, withstand it, because you are going through a lot of change. Some of you may be entering into this space of fearing the fact that you feel like you just can't be in something anymore. It's just not, you're not feeling connected to it. Others of you who are getting into your own business, you're afraid that it's not going to be successful. These are all fears, though, but look at the outcome. Is fantastic, Ace of Cups. This is a new job offer. This is success in a new career, in a new business. This is a fabulous new offering within a relationship. This is a new cycle for you. And don't we just love that the near future we have the Magician. Magician is the Mercury energy. Very nice. Magician is an alchemical card, right? It's about taking what you have and creating something brand new. And it's just really beautiful, because what does Mercury rule? It rules Gemini and Virgo, right? So it's the 3rd house of communication, which rules social media, all kinds of communication, contracts, learning, any kind of classes that you're a part of. Anything like that, but it also rules the 6th house of just your day-to-day life, particularly your day-to-day work environment. It also rules your health, mental, physical, and emotional. Like, come on now. It's taking bits and pieces from here and there to create this beautiful new normal for you, where you're going to have success, there's going to be effective communication, and you're just going to be on a more positive trajectory than what you've been on right now. You know, and as I always say, guys, though, I could read the energy all day long. It's up to you to engage. We have to create the life that we want for ourselves. If you don't engage and you don't make good decisions that go to good decisions, that lead to better decisions, to create a better life for yourself, it's not going to happen. Do you understand? You have to be the one to plant the stuff in the soil for the sun to shine on, so that things can be cultivated, so that you can end up where you're supposed to be. So it's all about taking action and keeping your eyes open to anybody who is acting like they're your best friend. But at the same time, I do want to say on the 30th, right, with that Mercury Cancer opposing Jupiter and Capricorn and the Mercury Cancer trining Neptune and Pisces, if you're working on any kind of agreement, arrangement, anything, you must stay grounded in reality and your integrity, because this is the thing. Because if you're the one who's acting like the friend, you know, and trying to get people on your side, I'm not saying that you are. If by chance, all right, this is the thing. If you're deceptive or you exaggerate in any way, this opportunity is going to dissolve faster than you could say, oh my God, what happened? Okay? So just a little caveat with the energies going on there. All right, so let's pull for our Libra friends some more information on anything they need to understand about relationship. Let's clear these guys off. Let's clear the Astro cards, the Northern. So we're going to pull some heart oracles and some island time wellness, I think. And we'll pull my silly little homemade oracles. And let's pull these guys here. Let's put some sage on top. Okay, let's pull the heart oracles first. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What does Libra need to know regarding their relationships? Ooh, pop. Oh, this guy popped on the floor. Okay. Sorry, this guy popped on the floor. Oh, reflection. It's funny, I hardly ever get this card. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay. So this could, you know, be a continuation of, this is so crazy, why are they all popping like this, Libra? What's happening with your energy? My goodness. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Huh. Okay. Let's see, one more. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. All right, you know, as far as the reflection, I mean, I like this energy because it's really not saying one way or another. It's just saying you have to have faith that things happen for a reason. It's going to end up exactly the way it's supposed to. Work out for the best. That's what that means. Criticizing one another is never, it's not, I mean, it's never going to go anywhere good. It's just going to lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. And however that's meant to happen for you. Just don't make a decision based on guilt. Like if you're staying in a situation because you feel guilty about how you feel, guilty about leaving it, guilty for staying in it, anything like that, don't, you know, that is the recommendation here anyway. It's the cards, actually. It's not me, but let's go a little deeper, see kind of other specific messages we can get. Kisses. Camera. Not enough. Yeah. Yes. Whatever's on your mind. I resent how much your past created problems in our relationship. You scare me, and I don't want to be scared. I want to be loved. And you know what kind of scared I'm talking about, right? Sometimes we're scared to be involved with somebody who has like a sketchy past, or they haven't done the right thing, or I mean, I suppose it can be quite literal, but we can be very emotionally afraid to let ourselves go to somebody, right? If they haven't taken care of our heart in the past, it's very hard to allow ourselves to really kind of like let go, you know, in that full way, that Libra way, right? That we're meant to, that 7th house way. Strength. Okay, again with the ego, needing to deal with ego. We have Knight of Cups. We have the Sun, very nice. Death. It's transformation. The Lovers, you need to make a choice. You need to make a decision. Somebody has to make a decision on this 9 of Cups. Nine of Cups. Beautiful. Wish fulfillment. All right, so we have, let's start with the Allentown Wellness. We have kisses, unconditional loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Then we have camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learning from the past and making memories. Not enough. Frustrated in relationship, lacking confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. So this could certainly be an issue that you're needing to contend with in a relationship. It's yes to whatever is on your heart. And we have, I resent how much your past created problems in our relationship. You scare me and I don't want to be scared. I want to be loved. All right. So I do see this idea of ego, right? Between not enough and the Strength card being an issue here. But then we have the Knight of Cups energy. So the Knight of Cups is an Aquarius and Pisces energy, and this is about I'm going to give both understandings of it. I mean, straight out of the gate, I'm just going to tell you that's an Aquarius and Pisces energy, which really on its face means that you guys are going to be meeting, some of you are going to be meeting someone new, very different. Because Aquarius is, what you've been doing, now this is going to be somebody different. This is more future-based, towards your dream, what it is that you really want. This does indicate somebody new coming in and it going really beautifully because they're the ones that you're actually supposed to be with. And we have the Sun, which is all about cultivating the land for you guys to grow something that's the most positive and where you're going to be able to, this is really like your metaphorical home space, you know? Being on that right path with the right person. You're going to be very scared, though. This is the thing. I feel like you still have this other energy in your field. You're going to be very scared, but you're going to do it scared anyway. We have the end of a cycle here. There's death. There's an ending. This is Pluto. There's an ending and a new beginning. I mean, you're going to have to make a decision. Some of you might be dealing with a Gemini, but you're going to need to make a decision. Lover's energy is about making a decision. It just is. So this could be, all right, you know what? Are we both on the same page that we really want to make this work? Because if you're both on the same page and you really want to make it work, you have to make that decision together. And you have to work at it together, and you have to work on the cracks in your foundation together, because that's what the Lover's energy is, actually. It's not about, you know, fa la la, let's run off into the sunset. It's not. It's recognition. You know, if you got those of you who know the different decks, those of you who know the traditional Rider-Waite, the Lover's energy, they have the clouds between them. That represents conflict and issues and stuff that needs to be worked out. They're not holding hands yet, right? They're extending their hands to each other with Archangel Raphael above them, blessing them with the luminary of the sun, right? Yeah, all of that's fabulous, but the decision needs to be made, and both people have to be on the same page. That's the thing. Because however it was before is not happening. And this is, guys, you have to understand, if you guys make the decision to not work at it together, literally someone else comes right in. Someone is coming right in after. That's just how this energy works. And then we have the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment energy, Jupiter and Pisces. This is moving forward. You're leaving where you are right now. You're moving. This is forward moving. Jupiter is moving forward with luck and expansion. It rules Sagittarius, which is moving forward with integrity towards what it is that's in your mind as far as a dream space goes. So this is the thing. We have this falling in love card. We have learning from the past and feeling frustrated and dealing with sabotaging and unhealthy behaviors. It does seem like there was stuff here that you needed to deal with in a relationship that did not make you feel comfortable on one level or another, even though you felt this energetic connection to them, whether it was because you were physically attracted to them or it was just this weird karmic soul connection. But their past created a lot of problems in your relationship if you're resonating with this. Ex-girlfriends, ex-wives, baby mamas, baby daddies, whatever, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that could really put us back on our heels in relationship for certain, right? Yeah, it's understandable. Somebody's ego is just such a big issue here. But I see you very confused, Libra. I'm telling you right now, if you're resonating with this, I feel like you know you're in something that's not healthy, that your energy is still connected to. And even though you know that, it's very hard for you to disconnect from it, but I see another energy coming in. So I don't know what you're going to do. So, I mean, that's, you know what I mean? Because who am I? Who are the cards? Who's anybody to say what's right, wrong, or indifferent? You know what I'm saying? But I do see that this was not really a healthy energy that you were in. So, I mean, shy of them having some come to Jesus moments and whatnot like that, you know? I don't know. I don't judge. I just read the cards. You know what I'm saying? But I see this beautiful energy coming in. Cycle ending. And I'm just kind of inclined to say, just because we got it, the death and then the lovers, like, I mean, honestly, you both have to be on exactly the same page with the relationship. If anybody falters one way or the other, as soon as that person drops, there's another energy waiting right there for you. Absolutely. All right, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time. Bye-bye.